As I mentioned on my review on the Synido Live sound card, that you can connect up to the maximum of 5 microphones in this type of sound card. So in this video today, I will be doing some testing, so at least you will have an idea what would be the audio like. So you can use this one maybe for singing, podcasting, recording, or gaming. Without further ado, let's get started. And now let me show you the things that we'll be needing in this setup. Of course, we will use the Synido Live sound card. This is a condenser microphone, the Rode NT1A condenser microphone, and this is a dynamic microphone, and these two here are both electret condenser microphones, which means you do not need to connect this electret condenser microphones to the XLR port of this sound card. So now, let's do the connections right away. Okay, so first let's connect, of course, this portable charger to here to power up this live sound card. And for that, we will be using this one here, and this comes when you buy the Synido Live sound card. So this is USB Type C to Type A. So very self-explanatory. You just have to connect. So just connect this one here, the one that says DC 5 volt. So connect it there, and then connect this other end to here. Okay, so something like that, and we'll turn on the power later. Okay, and now let's connect first this Rode NT1A condenser microphone, and for that we will use this XLR male to female cord or cable. We will connect it like that. Okay, and of course the other end we will connect it to here. Okay, and next let's connect the dynamic microphone. So the dynamic microphone will connect it to here, so the one that says mic 4. Okay, so let's connect this one there, and of course let's connect this one here. Okay, now this two condenser microphone, we will connect it to the bottom of this sound card. So it's over here. Okay, so let's connect first this one to each of them. Okay, so let's connect this one first on here. Okay, and now we can connect one to here. So we can connect it to mic 2. And then let's connect the BM800 condenser microphone. So this is another type of electret condenser microphone. Okay, and let's connect that to here. Okay, so we have 4 microphones already, and now we can connect also a headset. So a headset that has a built-in microphone. So something like this. You'll know if it has a built-in microphone if it has 3 lines on it. So this time we will connect it to here, to the one that says headset. Okay, and there you go. We have 5 microphones. So microphone from this headset, this Rode NT1A, this dynamic microphone, and then the Synido condenser microphone, and this is the BM800 condenser microphone. And by the way, what I will be doing is I am going to be recording. Once I started on here, I will be recording again whatever I'm doing, so you can hear the actual output or audio output from the recorded audio from this phone here. As always, because I will be using this phone here to do my recordings, I will be using this lightning adapter again. But if you're using an Android phone, you do not need this one. Just simply connect one end here to the headphone port of your Android phone, or even an iPad. If you are recording or streaming on an iPad, just connect one end to the headphone port of that, and then the other end to here. So you just select. We have 3 ports here for streaming or recording. So live 1, 2, and 3. Maybe I'm just going to turn it. There you go. Okay, so here we have live 1, 2, and 3. You just select which one. Let's use live 1. Okay, and then the other end, we will connect to that phone there because, as I said, I will be recording what I'm doing so I can share to you also the actual audio output from this phone here. Okay, so I'll just connect it to there and then I'll connect it to here. Because this iPhone doesn't have a headphone port, that's why I always need this lightning audio adapter. Okay, there you go, we're all set. Now, if you wonder what I'll be using this iPad on here, I will be connecting this one later to this sound card as my source for my background music. And for example, you do not want to connect using Bluetooth, then you will need one more of this one. So anyway, it does comes 4 of them when you buy this Synido Live sound card. So this is TRRS, the one that has 3 lines on it. So what you do is just simply connect one end to the headphone port of this iPad or another phone or another device as a source of your background music, and the other end you simply connect it to here, to the one that says line in, as your source of your background music. But again, I will not be using this cord because I will be connecting this using Bluetooth, as this one has a Bluetooth functions as well, and it's right there. By the way, I should use another earphone, and this time this is just the earphone without a microphone built into it, and I will be connecting this one to here, to the one that says headphones. So the reason is because while I am listening to the headset on there, because I'll be so close to the built-in microphone of that, it might pick up my voice also while I am testing the other microphone. So might as well use another earphone that does not have a built-in microphone. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now let me now turn on this live sound card. Oh, I should turn on, of course, the portable charger. There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay, and now I will be starting my recording also over here so I can share to you the actual audio output from this recording. Okay, I'm gonna hit record now from here. The only catch on this one is that there is only one volume control on here. This is for all of them. Okay, testing 1, 2. This is now the BM800 condenser microphone. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check. Maybe let's use DAW without effects. Okay, there you go. So this is the DAW. So it's up to you, whatever is the purpose of you doing, let's say streaming or singing or podcasting. So if you do not want any effects or reverberation or echo to it, I suggest you can use shout or dub. Maybe let's use the dub for now. Okay, so again, this is the audio output if you are using a BM800 condenser microphone. Maybe let's set our microphone to about maybe 2 o'clock. There you go. Okay, sound check testing 1, 2. Again, this is the BM800 condenser microphone. Sound check testing 1, 2. This is using the headset. Testing 1, 2. Next, let's use the Synido microphone. There you go. I am now testing the Synido condenser microphone. Sound check testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check. Okay, let me now test the dynamic microphone. Sound check testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am now testing the dynamic microphone. Sound check testing 1, 2. So as you notice, the mic level is the same as there is only one volume control for all this microphone. Okay, sound check testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now I'm back to the Synido microphone. Because I'll be connecting this Rode NT1A condenser microphone, it does need phantom power, and I will be turning on the 48-volt phantom power on here. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on now. There you go. Sound check testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am now currently using the Rode NT1A condenser microphone, and still the voice mode is dub. Now if we're going to use, let's say for example, the pop. Okay, sound check testing 1, 2. This is the pop. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. And if you want lots of echo for singing purposes, of course, you can adjust this one to the max. And the max is like that. And then at 3 o'clock, it's right like that. Now, if you want to use the KTV, okay, let's put it back first. Okay, so this is now KTV, sound check, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I'm going to set it to 3 o'clock, so KTV at 3 o'clock with this kind of microphone, Rode NT1A condenser microphone, the sounds is like that. And if the echo is at the max, KTV for the voice mode, your sound will be like that. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. Okay, so now what we will do is we'll do the same. Let's start from dub, and I'll do the same thing to this dynamic microphone. Now I'm going to turn off first the 48 volt phantom power on here. So this Rode NT1A condenser microphone will not pick up my voice. Okay, there you go. Okay, so right now what you're hearing is the audio output using this dynamic microphone, and voice mode is DAW. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I'm going to change it to pop, okay, sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I'm going to move closer, it sounds like that. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I'm going to, let's say, add echo to it at 3 o'clock, sound, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I'm going to set the echo up to the max, there you go. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. Again, this is the pop, and echo is at the max. Okay, and now let's try maybe the KTV. Okay, so this is the KTV audio output using this dynamic microphone. And if I'm going to set the echo to 3 o'clock, it sounds like that. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. And if you want to use the maximum echo using KTV as your voice mode, then it sounds like that. Sound, testing, 1, 2. And if you want to maybe try the Pro is like that. If you want to use Pro, the echo or reverberation is not that much. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. So as you notice, it's at the max already, and yet the echo is not that much. But if you want it that way, then for sure feel free to use that. Okay, let's go back to dub, and let's use this time this Synido condenser microphone. Okay, sound check, testing, 1, 2. And right now I'm currently using the Synido condenser microphone, and the setting for my voice mode is still DAW. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. And if I'm going to change it to pop, okay, sound check, testing, 1, 2. So it's now on pop as your voice mode. If I'm going to set it to 3 o'clock, sound check, testing, 1, 2. So again, this is a pop. Echo is at 3 o'clock. And now if you use the maximum echo, and it sounds like that. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. And now it's on KTV as the voice mode, and I'm still using the Synido condenser microphone. If I'm going to set my echo to 3 o'clock, it sounds like that. And echo at the max, it sounds like that. And if you are just curious, what's the Pro is like that. And the dry, it's going to be dry, even if the echo here is at the max. Okay, so now we will try the Beam 800 condenser microphone. And right now I am using the Beam 800 condenser microphone, and the microphone is the same level as earlier. And now if we're going to use the pop as our voice mode, sound check, testing, 1, 2. This is now the pop. And if I'm going to set my echo to 3 o'clock, it sounds like that. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check. And if I'm going to set it up to the max, there you go. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and if I'm going to change it to a KTV, okay, and now this is KTV with this Beam 800 condenser microphone. If I'm going to change it to 3 o'clock, sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check. And if I'm going to move or change the echo to the max, then it sounds like that. There you go. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. Okay, let's put it back. And now let's test the microphone using the headset. The sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm currently using now the headset and the built-in microphone to this one, and it's currently dubbed as the voice mode. If I'm going to change it to pop, and this is now the pop using this headset. If I'm going to move my echo to 3 o'clock, sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I'm going to move it up to the max, then it sounds like that. So you could hardly tell that it's not the headset. It sounds almost like the same as the condenser microphone. Okay, now let's try the KTV. Okay, so this is now the KTV sound check, testing 1, 2 with this headset. And if I'm going to move the echo at 3 o'clock, sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check. And if I'm going to move it up to the max, okay, sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, I'm using this headset as my microphone, and this is now the 5th one, as you can see. In my opinion, using a headset as your microphone, the pop sound it's hard to avoid because it's so close to you. Okay, anyway, so that's pretty much the different audio using this different kinds of microphone on here. Okay, this time what I'll do is let's do a sample recording using this different kinds of microphones on here. So as you can see, this iPad on here is the source of my background music, and I connected this one already to this sound card or Synido Live sound card using Bluetooth. So there is no wire or cable that I connected. So to connect using Bluetooth is very simple. Just go to the settings of that device and go to Bluetooth, and then the Synido Live sound card on here, as long as it's turned on over there, it should be one of the options here. So as you can see, they are already connected. Synido Live 100 is already connected. Okay, let's go back to that music and let's use that background music. Now to control your music or background music is from this source itself. So just locate the volume control of that. So turn it up and down, and that's how you control the volume. Okay, so let's test first how loud is our background music. Okay, so I think that should be good. Okay, maybe let's use the same part of the song so you can compare. Okay, maybe let's use this part here. Okay, so what I'll do is I will be using the same settings on this, but I will be using this different microphones on here. So maybe I'll use the pop, and I'm gonna set my echo to maybe at 4 o'clock. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna start the recording now from here. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. Okay, let's pause it from there. Okay, now let's try the Rode NT1A condenser microphone. And now I'm going to turn on the 48 volt phantom power on here. Okay, there you go. Okay, because I'm so close to this one and it's so powerful, I'm going to move back. Okay, okay, let's do the same portion. There you go. And let's play it again. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for good times. Okay, let's pause it from there. Okay, and now let's test the dynamic microphone. I'm going to turn off this one now. There you go. Sound check, testing 1, 2. Okay, and now let's try using this dynamic microphone. So again, settings here are still the same. So it's up to you. You can just for sure move the microphone away from you if it's already too loud. Okay, so let's use the same portion. There. Okay, let's try that. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. Okay, there you go. Okay, now let's try the Synido condenser microphone. Okay, and now I'm using the Synido condenser microphone, and I'm going to use the same part of the song. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. Okay, there you go. And now let's use the BM800 condenser microphone. Okay, so right now I am using the BM800 condenser microphone, and we will use the same portion of the song. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. Okay, let's stop it. So there you go. And that's pretty much the audio output would be if you will use this different kinds of microphone. And for example, for podcasting purposes, and for sure you can use them at the same time. So as you notice, everything is turned on with with only one volume control. In my opinion, it's up to your needs. If you want, let's say, podcasting that you might need lots of people talking, then this sound card might be the one for you. And maybe later on you want maybe a duet or people, lots of you will be singing, then again, this Synido Live sound card is probably for you because you can connect this many microphones to it. And that's all I can share for today, and I hope this gives you an idea as to the different audio output using this different microphones that I showed you. And thanks again guys for watching. If you like this type of videos, please give it a like, and if you want more of this type of videos, please consider subscribing if you haven't done yet, and hit the notification bell so you are always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.